Welcome everyone to an arena video. I'm Andrea Mengucci, and this video is sponsored to you by Wizards of the Coast and channelfireball.com.
Yesterday I was just playing something else. Yeah, my percentage is lowering and lowering. When I logged off yesterday, I was 92, and right now I'm 91. So I just lost 1% in a day. But hopefully we are gonna get that back today. All right, I have 2 double blacks and 0 black mana, and that's one of the weaknesses of this deck. But you know, there's also strength of it being just a pretty cool and unfair standard deck, which is the thing you need to do right now in standard. I think just being unfair is just where you want to be right now. All right, and here you find it. The beacon now basically able to cast us, let us cast. That's not true at all, because these two is just cast double black. But that's actually why the mana base of the deck is mainly black. So in the deck we have 1, 2, 6, 10, 13 black. Maybe it's not that much. Alright, Dreadhorde Catacomb, which is gonna... No, not gonna play it. Alright, clearly offering a trade here, because the Fibbolethip, you know, it just adds added value, so I think it's fine. Both of our creatures just traded for a card. And then I'm gonna play, I think, Temple Garden tapped. I don't have any double black turn 4, so I'm gonna be fine. Good morning, Jake. Alright, more Fibbolethip. I guess that's the reason to not trade. I don't know, that was close. Alright. Let's see what's on top. Part is true. I'm gonna graveyard it. And then I'm gonna play, I think, a Dreadhorde Catacomb. This way I can be able to play Massacre Girl if I want to. Not that I need to, but if I want to. You like the haircut. Thank you. It's been a while, but yeah. Why 4 color? When the kid is playing 5 color, then won the MCQ in Louisville. I don't know what won the MCQ in Louisville. Honestly, I don't even know where's Louisville. Where is Louisville? But yeah, what does the 5th color add to you? Alright, here I am going to just play Teferi. I think that our opponent's playing a weird one though, because like, I thought they were on Super Friends, but it looks like they are not. Just gonna go Teferi here, and I'm just gonna plus, because they can't kill it. And then meanwhile, Teferi will draw 2 cards. Also, I drew 2 Branchwalker. Kentucky. I don't know. I think this deck is kind of the way on like the Sultai Dreadhorde deck is probably the strongest deck right now in an open field, but you know this deck is basically like weaker in some matchups, but better in the mirror match. All right, so unfortunately I cannot cast. This is strange. Why my opponent didn't bounce their Fibbolethip? What did they bounce? I wish there was a log where I can check what happened. Opponent didn't bounce anything, so maybe they have a Spell Pierce up. Alright, I'm just going to go... So, if they have Spell Pierce, I could go Tamiyo and plus it, and then go Branchwalker. I think that's probably the best. Sure, my Teferi dies, but I don't think it matters too much, right? So I'm just gonna do that. I think my opponent has Spell Pierce right now, so I'm just gonna play Tamiyo, game 1 live. Yeah, I guess Pierce as well, right? They could also have Lightning Strike. Honestly, like the good thing of this deck is that whenever you were playing Teferi, you wanted to defend it as strong as possible, right? Whereas in this deck, it's more of like you know, whatever. Like if it dies, it dies. We're gonna name Wagworth Walker because we have like this you know this thing going on. Yeah. You killed Teferi right away. I agree. I mean, my opponent was afraid of Commander Dreadhorde, maybe? Hey man, huge fan. Do you think about the Core 2020? The other expansion will be rotating in July? No. The rotation works that on October. On October, you have Ixalan and not sure what else, but Ixalan were already out. Ixalan Rivals for sure. I don't know if also like other sets. Yeah, rotation is the set after. Alright, so my opponent did this thing. I still have 1 mana up, so I'm still gonna play around that thing. Alright, so I'm gonna go with Wild Growth Walker first, Branch Walker second, and then whatever I explore, I'll draw it with Tamio. I even have 2 Explorers, so I can even afford to just put this in the graveyard, though I don't think I want to. So I'm just gonna go Library here. And then I'm gonna go plus, draw the command the Dreadhorde. The problem is that if you don't, you put it in the graveyard, and then Branch Walker just hits a land, you know, you just don't get to draw the extra card, and that's pretty bad. So what I'm gonna do here is, ooh, I'm gonna go graveyard as well, because we have Command the Dreadhorde. Here I want to just hit another land, so that I can play Command the Dreadhorde out of Spell Pierce, which is my opponent. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't even have double black, which is funny. Expected bans aren't bans. Oh, yeah. Honestly, no, but a lot of people did expect them, so it might just be that they decide to ban Gush in Pauper, right? That might happen. Not a fan, but that might happen. Because people were kind of upset with how it worked the format. I haven't played too much Pauper, but I guess it makes sense. I don't know. Wow, all the sets rotated out? Nice. That's nice, I love rotations. I love big rotations. Alright, so our opponent is Sarkhan, the Masterless in play, which, I mean, I guess they minus the already, but next turn is going to be a lot of damage. Alright, so I need to start going to take apart this. So come on, just give me a black land. Oh no. And this is the problem, and why you could play other decks. You could play Sultai, because we have 8 lands, but we don't have double black. It's very unfortunate. I mean, it's not unfortunate. I could have just cried Gila Ranger on top, honestly, instead of banning it. Yeah, now I think I'm in an awful spot, honestly. Alright, so if I attack with all at Sarkhan, it's gonna be a bunch of trades. These trades, yeah, I think I do, actually. So if I attack like this, my opponent could double block and kill the walker, but I think I'm fine with that. Actually, this was an awful attack. Alright, never mind. I completely forgot about the Sarkhan. Alright. Okay, so we lost our board because I forgot that the Sarkhan deals 1 damage. Nice. Yeah, that does a thing. It does. Alright. I think I'm still not... I guess I take 16 damage down to 7. Yeah, this game's over. Alright. We learned a thing. Yeah, I probably would have been super... I mean, not in a great shape because they still attack me for 16 down to 7. Even if I have a bunch of creatures in play, but yeah. Andrea, how's your day going? I just started. I woke up literally 20 minutes ago and I'm live since 10 minutes, so day's going well. I do have a thing in my ear, you know, because I don't know if you remember last week I went to the doctor and I did to put a drop thing in my ear because there's like I don't know, I'm not great, like I'm not the healthiest person right now. I do take a bunch of medicines here and there, and today I actually need to go to the doctor to, I don't know what's the word in Italian, it's like untap my ear, and so there's like, you know, there's a bunch of throat going around, but alright, so what are we playing against? 2 Elder Spell for sure, and I don't think I want much else. I don't think this deck can afford to sideboard in much. I could want like a Duress, maybe a Narset over a Wild Walker, but I don't think I want more than this. I guess I want Liliana because it goes very well with Elder Spell. I guess, you know what, I'm just not gonna have any Duress. Yeah, so it's like basically this ear, the right ear, is tapped. I don't know how do you say that. And this other one is okay, but somehow I just have my throat all like in pain, as well as like the teeth. I don't know what's up. Like, I honestly don't know what's up. I got some medicines, but it's not that that got much better than my on top of my ear. Yeah, but other than that, I think I'm good. Yeah. Yesterday I played Vintage. I learned that unfortunately you cannot play blue anymore. That's too bad. That's too bad. But you know the colorless deck are too strong. And today I'm back and playing standard, which you know. Also yesterday night for me, it was probably just a very you know, yesterday afternoon for you. The form there was a bunch of good events. We have an ear infection. I don't know. I don't think it's an infection. I think it's just I don't know, guys. I don't know what I have. I don't know what I have. I just do what I've been told. Why can't you play blue in vintage? Oh, unfortunately, Karn, great creator, is very strong, and is made so that all those decks. I just hate when Fabulous just raises my creature. Honestly, I don't know why. It's just a feeling of mine, but that just happens over and over, and I'm like, ah. I didn't want to play Narset earlier because it was against Spell Pierce. Alright, so I'm gonna go Tammy. I'm gonna name, I think, Jailer Range. I can name Branchwalker because it's most likely to hit. I guess I'm gonna need that, right? Or I can name Command the Dreadhorde. That's just the best. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna name Command the Dreadhorde. Alright, I would have missed no matter what. But, so basically what you want to do in this matchup, I think, is just to overload on that card. The doc didn't tell you. Oh, probably the doctor told me. It's just that I was just there, you know. I was just more like, yeah, you know, you just tell me what to do and I'm gonna just go ahead and buy it and I'll be fine. I do put a lot of trust on doctors, definitely. Also, this doctor is a good friend of our family, so it's all good. It's all good. I'm not under flu. I'm not under flu. I don't have any flu right now. I'm actually just feeling very well. If it isn't for, like, you know, the whole thing going on and a little bit of, like, whenever I drink, it's pain. But you know, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'll be as always entertaining with you guys. Yeah, Oneto won, and it was great news. Hi Andrea, how are you this morning? Well, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Ready to start this new week. I wanted to stream on Saturday. Oh, sorry, on Friday as well. Unfortunately, I. Alright, so 1 second here. I kind of want to just take a Jailer Ranger from the graveyard so that I can kill this Narset. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. So what I'm gonna do is actually just casting Narset Parterville first, so that they can't spell Pierce it. Okay? And then I'm gonna reanimate, and then I'm gonna take back the thing there. And if you go with Govin's Veto, that's fine. Alright, so I want to minus first and then take Jailer Ranger. Alright, I'm just gonna take Big Teferi. And then I'll take Jailer Ranger. So this way I put a threat on the Narset. Also, I just want to kill Planeswalkers so that the Sark and the Merciless doesn't have a creature in play. Alright, what do we got? Another command. I think I'm gonna draw it. I think this matchup should be good for us. A beta mox a day keeps the flu away, yes. Say that they have to take their doctor some vegetables from the garden. No, that's from the past. That's from the past. Sheep combo. that's an old habit where, you know, you didn't have money to pay the doctor, you just bring like a chicken or whatever you have, but now it's all good. Alright, so they pass here, wow. I don't know what can they have, honestly. I'm just gonna minus this Narset here. Miss. Then, I have a bunch of options. I kind of just want to get at the Teferi, like a small Teferi. Maybe I should just attack first and see what's up. Yeah, I'm just gonna attack first. Okay, then I'm gonna take small Teferi. Where is it? Time Raveler. I'll play it with my Beacon. Gain a life up to 28. A granddad say it's rude if you don't. Yeah, that's the thing. A granddad. Hello, I want to make Dreadhorde Sultai, but I'm not there yet. Can I see your list? Carnates, if you remember, I mean, I don't know if you remember, it's the good thing to say, but if you followed me, I did stream with Sultai. And actually Tian Famun, the Italian national champion, took the deck up to a first place at the PTQ last week. I'm gonna name Branchwalker just because it's very likely that we hit. Alright, I might hit the other spell, but that's fine. and he just took my list from from the stream. Not that it was my list, just the list they streamed with. Yeah, yeah. It's like, you know, in the past where there was no healthcare and stuff like that, you were just paying like this. All right. So we have now 6 mana, so we can play this Commander Dreadhorde around. Or alternatively, I can just take time. I can just take Teferi. I kind of just want to take Teferi Time Raveler. I think that in this game, Teferi Time Raveler is just the best card ever. Let's just make sure that we tap not like this, or we're not able to cast a big Teferi. So let's tap whatever mana. Yes, and then cast Teferi. Because like once you have this Teferi in play, like everything is smoother. Like, I'm gonna bounce this Wildgrowth Walker, draw a card. My opponent needs to play Dovin's Veto. My opponent has so many Dovin's Veto. I hate this card. I hate that like, I really hate that, you know. I just don't like it. I just don't like it. I just don't like Dovin's Veto. My opponent is playing reactive over there. Okay, so we have a couple of options. One option is just to bounce this Wildgrowth Walker so that they can't kill our Planeswalkers, which, you know, I kind of want this time just to get another Teferi. Because next turn we can go small Teferi into small Teferi into Commander Dreadhorde, and then we will win. So I think now it's very easy. Opponent just play 2 reactive and we win easily. I think for a big tournament it's better Sultai, but I think for the arena match game, which is like very ahead, I think 4 color is better. Because I think Sultai Dreadhorde is the best deck in standard, but people and the 4 color beats on Sultai. I think just get Super Friends was the past. So guys, I believe that the standard metagame is moving so quickly on an arena, that's insane, okay? I think that the paper tournaments are just behind. I think the paper tournaments are behind is like 4 or 5 days. So you see on the Scarcity game all these just guys Super Friends. And I think those decks lose easily. I mean, not easily, but like they lose to Commander Dreadhorde. Just because this card is a beating. It's very easy to beat this card. And, sorry, what I mean is that this card beats very easily every control deck. So basically, what I believe is that oh, thank you very much.
Look at the look on Reed's face there. You can't quite believe what's happening to him there. That's going to become a meme at some point.
Thank you very much for the subscription, my friend. Skeptimist TCG. Hope you're having a good stream, having a good day. And we are over here winning this turn. I hope my opponent just concedes. I mean, my opponent knows. Actually, I can just do the combo. I can do the combo this turn. Alright, so let's combo my opponent. Yeah, so let's not tap black. The combo is Liliana plus Elder Spell, in case you didn't know. So this is 6 mana, so I'm gonna comment a Dreadhorde. Yeah, but I mean, again, what I believe, would you recommend this deck for the Mythic? Yeah. So I don't know how the meta game is gonna be for that. Like, it's funny. It's funny. Right now, if it was a tournament right now, I would play this deck, like, hands down, easily. But if there was a tournament last weekend, I would have played this deck. Because I think this deck is the strongest right now. Sure, it loses to maybe, you know, some white and red, whereas the Sultai version is better. But the Sultai version is probably a tier 1 right now, so and this deck beats that one. So I think that if you want to be ahead on the metagame, this is the best version. But I'm not sure that the metagame is that ahead to be able... You guys understand, right? I think just Sky Super Friends and Esper Super Friends is the past, is last week. It's funny, but I think this is it. I think the standard is just evolving so quickly. I think I won the rest. I'm putting has 4 Dovin's Veto in their deck. That's good. I got one Teferi. Funnily enough, Teferi is not that good. It's just funny because, like, you know, it's Teferi. It can't be that bad. But it may just be that I cut both. It might just be that I cut both. Everything else looks very strong. I don't want to cut. I keep Liliana in because of the combo with the Elder Spell. And now you can just basically just win in 1 turn. Yeah. No, I can't cut any of these Planeswalkers, I think. Maybe Narset is the worst, actually. I don't even know what's in my cyber. But think about it is the Drakes. Oh, I just play Phoenix. Drakes is the past. You should play Phoenix. Now with the Finale of Promise, it's just a boost too big for that card. Do you have a list for the Sultai version? Yeah, I do. It's on my computer. I mean, it's on my whatever called. Alright. We didn't have BBBBB. Yeah, we did, I think. Maybe we didn't, but yeah, my opponent conceded, which I think was fine. Alright, I'm gonna go Paradise Druid. The reason why I go Paradise Druid here is that they can't go Teferi bounce. And that's just a great thing. Like, having one Paradise Druid is just the best. And the reason why I play 3/4 is that you don't want to draw multiples, but you really want to draw one. Alright, so what I'm doing here is just cast Duress. They're probably gonna go Dolphin's Veto, and then I'm gonna go probably just Branch Walker attack. Spell Pierce, okay. I'm going to Duress here because I think it was the most mana efficient. Wow, that's awful. I think my opponent just forgot about the Paradise Druid having an ability. You think the Miserable could be competitive? No. I just finished your White Red Prison deck. The deck seems pretty bad. Yeah, I agree. I would just play Mono Red. I don't know. There was just a lot of random cards in the deck. Alright, so they can play their Teferi now. And bounce my Paradise Druid, but that's not too bad, because now we can double spell. I'm very flooded. I really need to draw all my Planeswalkers. Like Tamiyo now would be great. Alright, so let's go Branch Walker, and probably just Beacon Paradise Druid. Alright, stop drawing land deck, or I lose. How is this even possible? It was a number from Tunisia was calling me. Like, what the? Alright, I don't know. I should draw some spell. Was this our opening hand? This four spells and 3 lands? I think it was. We drew 5 lands. Our Reclamation deck's dead. Yeah, they are. The fairy just made so that Reclamation is awful. And I complain. I don't complain, but I hate seeing people complain about the fairy right now. Because, like, it's so good that they actually printed this card so that you know, Reclamation wasn't as oppressive as it was before. And I don't know. I just don't understand all those people. Those people always complaining that like R&D is working such an insane thing right now, and they just, you know, like, yo, Reclamation is too strong. Let's you know, hate on it, and they just print Teferi, which is like incredible, powerful. It's wonderful. Like how this card is shaping the format. You remember Thief of Sanity was unbeatable, right? And now Thief of Sanity is barely playable. You basically cannot play Thief of Sanity anymore. And the reason is that if your opponent goes Thief of Sanity and you play Teferi, bounce it, they're so much behind. So I should build Sultai deck. You are playing. What's that? Oh, you should do whatever you want. I mean, you don't have to necessarily. All right, so I'm gonna go with. I'm done on a top like this. I don't understand it. Why are you touching like that? All right, so now I can play whatever I draw. Okay, I'm gonna bounce this Present Realm. Sure, they get another Scry, but I don't care. I get my Vraskan 6 loyalty, and I could now sacrifice a land, which will be this Overgrown Tomb, to draw a card. And it's another Teferi. That's fine. I don't care. I'm gonna play this, play a top land, and attack. And now I'm in a great spot with 2 Planeswalkers. Not the best of a hand. My opponent does nothing. If you try, and also once we have a Teferi in play, they don't have Dovin's Veto up, and they're sideboarding like 4, and they have Spell Pierce and like other awful cards that I really hate right now. It's just, wow, I don't understand this. All right, so let's sacrifice. This is another cool play that you can do. It's just sacrifice your Teferi, and then just play another one, and then you just, you know, just draw extra card. It's like you're like whenever, like, I think those cards are unplayable in Standard right now. Just creatures or just cards that you play and you pass the turn. Like, they don't ever comes into play. You just cannot play these cards anymore. You just cannot, because of the Fairy Time Reveler. You understand, guys, why? Because, like, the thing is that your opponent... I'm gonna go Graveyard with this. I have another one in my hand. And also, I have Tamiyo in my deck. So, basically, what happens is that Teferi is shipping the format, right? But you don't have to complain and keep on playing your Lyra. You know, it's 2019. Lyra's not good anymore. And you just have to play cards that have an Enter the Battlefield effect, or a Planeswalker that cannot be affected by Teferi. You should have plus the Teferi before sucking it. Yes, you got your second of attention, Reki. Yes, I should have done that. It would have been very important. Did you just -3 your own what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Didn't I... You should have plus suck Vraskan. Oh, didn't I plus it to suck Teferi? Alright, whatever. So what happened there? Opponent played Present Realm and Lightning Strike. Oh yeah, my Vraska. Oh, I thought my Vraska wasn't... You minus... Oh yeah? I thought I +2. Alright, whatever. Yeah, that was a mistake. I was just explaining things. I was just very busy in explaining things that obviously I just misclicked. But it's all good. It's all good here. We're probably gonna die to Lara now. Yeah. But yeah, I just don't think you can afford to play like Lara and Thief of Sanity anymore. Exactly for this reason. I think this card is wonderful, and you need to adapt. Like the decks that are winning right now are just Super Friends deck, where they're good against the Fairy. I did -3 on Vraska instead of +2. Chat me, Mango misplay. Yeah. I mean, it's you know it's like that. You know, sometimes it's just busy in talking and you know. All right. Okay, so they go Teferi, which I can kill end of turn because this is a splash, but I don't think I want to. Paradise Druid has been bounced. They're on 1 life. They're on 1 life basically. Okay, that's another Present Realm, so they can take my Jailer Ranger. It's annoying. Okay, I'm gonna just stick up this. I don't want to end of turn Elder Spell. I guess it... Oh yeah, couldn't because there's the Teferi in play. Alright, so let's plus. Play this. They're on 6. I think what I'm doing here is just attacking them, and it's lethal. Alright, guys? Because attack them, put to 4, and then I have 2 blockers. And sure, this way I can't go Elder Spell end of turn, but I don't think this Teferi does much. So I'm just attacking them. If I want, I just kill Teferi next turn, maybe. Maybe not, I don't know. Alright, so they cast Lara. Hopefully they just have Dovin's Veto up, which they can't cast. I guess they can cast it, because I would -3. No, okay, they can't cast it. Also, what are Dovin's Veto with? So, by the way, what I meant this game was like, of course, like, the misclick there was pretty bad. But I hope it was just a show of how the deck works, and how good it's against the... I'm still alive. What does that mean? I just didn't stream Saturday and Sunday. It's not that I didn't stream for a month. Yeah, Saturday I wasn't feeling very good, and Sunday I had this vintage event. Alright. I think I prefer 1 lander to 6 lander. How well is this against aggro? I mean, you still have the Explore package. Obviously, it's not great, but you have Massacre Girl, which is also very strong, and you have the Explore package. So, you know, it can't be that bad. What do you think about Grixis Control? Oh, as always, as I thought earlier. Not on Twitch all weekend like us. So, Thief are bad because of the Fairy. What do you think about Esper Midrange? I don't like it right now. I think Esper Midrange is like 2 weeks ago metagame. It's funny, right? But I think Esper Midrange was good 2 weeks ago. And, alright, here we just graveyard everything. I just don't want to see a single spell on top of my deck. Just only land, please. This is funny. So if this was a Branch Walker, I would have topped this, okay? Yeah, but I'm gonna go graveyard. Also, another reason why I'm gonna go graveyard is that my opponent is likely to just play Teferi next turn and bounce this, so I already have a Jailer Ranger. But all I want to see is just lands here. Lands. Thoughts on new Modern Horizon cards? Oh, I'm pretty cool, the Flusterstorm. And the Force of Will, it's interesting. It really depends on... so I think the fact that that card exists is pretty cool. Because it means that, this is tough now. Does my opponent have a Spell Pierce? Because if they do, I can't go Tamio. But I think I want to be mana efficient here, and I'm just going to slam Tamio. If they have Spell Pierce, they have Spell Pierce. I mean, I do have Commander Dreadhorde in my hand, so it's not that Spell Pierce is dead otherwise. And once we land Tamio, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be very good. Alright, so I'm gonna name, I think... I have 2 and 2 here? No, 2 and... so, the best draw... but probably one of the 2. But I have only... I'm gonna something I have 4 of. I'm gonna probably Teferi. Ooh, Jailer Ranger was the best, and it was in the graveyard. Alright. I think is this the Moon's deck from MCQ? So, Moon's deck from MCQ is, he took from the stream. He took from the 2 days ago stream. And no, this is 4 color. Even though it seems like it's 3 color right now, but we play 4 colors. Alright, that's a beacon. And, So what can I do here? I think I just want to top plus this and name... Actually, I'm gonna go Branchwalker first. Because then I just have guaranteed to just hit something. Or I can just get the fairy, Hero of Dominaria, right? Yeah, I'm just gonna get the fairy. Sure, they can have Spell Pierce, but I didn't have Spell Pierce last turn. I'm just gonna slam the fairy here. And since I drew this beacon now, I can just go to fairy. Alright, so the fairy's in. So I'm gonna just minus on this Narset and pass the turn, because the fairy can't draw extra cards right now. Good morning, Andre! Good morning, good morning. I'm gonna mod you. Since you modded me, why not I mod you? Even though I don't know how to do it. Nice deck. Yeah, this is a very cool deck. Alright. I see a lot of animations in my opponent's board. Hopefully it isn't very bad. It's just a Narset and the Lightning Strike on my Teferi. Alright. Okay, I draw Branchwalker. Now I'm gonna go with I think I'm gonna just reanimate now. I think I'm just gonna reanimate and hopefully win. I mean, they could have a sweeper, which is bad, but I'm just gonna rebuild no matter what. So I'm just gonna go -3. Do I have a land in my graveyard? I do. Luckily, just one. All right, so let's go minus. Let's get this land, and then I'll split command to Dreadhorde. I'm on 13, which is like not that much life, but still, you know, it's still pretty good. I'm gonna count in Italian. Sorry, 1 second. 2, 4, 7. 11. So this is 11. I could just don't get a Jade Ring. 11. So I could just not get a Walker, but get a Merfolk Branchwalker. Allora, un attimino. Allora, 4, 6, 8 e 3, 11. I want to just take 12 damage. How can I take 12 damage with taking a... I think this is the best, probably. 5 e 2, 7 e 4, 11. It's gonna reanimate like this. Probably it was a better situations, but the rope, it's always making me worried. Alright, that's at the fairy. As I think I'm just gonna elaborate. It's pretty bad to just waste all this trigger, but I think I'm just gonna elaborate. And then I'm just gonna draw it with Tamio. No, wait. The fairy, Time Roller. Alright, I drew 2 of them. That's pretty cool. Alright, I passed the turn. Way ahead. Sorry, now I'm gonna read the comments. Alright. This was a very good matchup. Very good matchup. I don't understand why people were not playing this deck, honestly. And then you see all this Just Cat Super Friends and Esper Super Friends be like, oh, this is the best deck in Standard. Once again, remember, guys, Paper Tournament are behind like 4 or 5 days, I think, from Arena metagame. I think Streamer is the metagame right now. Not saying me, I'm just saying, you know, the streamers. Like this deck was designed by, like, the Czech crew, but it was designed too late in the week, and people don't feel safe in playing, you know, new decks in the paper events. So they just want to feel safe with their Esper midrange, which is clearly the past right now. Jim Davis played the SCG. Oh, yeah? Did he? I didn't see. He top 8ing. Andre, what do you think is the sideboard in this matchup? So I want definitely 2 Elder Spell and Liliana. Gonna cut Massacre Girl and Bond of Flourishing. So this is 3. But I don't know if I want to add the Duress and Narsets as well. I could cut a Teferi for a Duress. 1 Walker for a Duress. That might be it, right? Oh, I think this is the top tier deck right now. It's either this or Sultai Dreadhorde, but I would just definitely play this card because like this is so good in the mirror match. Sorry, against Just Cat Super Friends. But I guess you need the fairy to be that good there. Alright, I think I'm gonna sideboard like this. I'm not sure if I want all the Duresses. Probably. Alright, whatever. I'm just gonna practicing because, like, you know, this is gonna be a big matchup if you want to play literally anything because people just see the Star City game meta game, which I don't think is the truth anymore, like it was in the past. Alright, that's clunky, but I think I'm gonna keep. I have double green, so can cast Jail Light. What do you think usually you name blind with? I mean, that depends on your hand. Like, usually you just want something that you 4 of. Against aggro doesn't deck for form. Probably pretty bad. I mean, you still have a lot of good stuff. You still have... Okay, here remember, guys, play Paradise Druid because of the Fairy, okay? You don't want to play something that's not Paradise Druid against the Fairy. You have Massacre Girl, you have a just like the Explorer package. It can't be that bad, but also it's not that good, you know? Alright, unfortunately I don't have much this turn. I think I'm gonna attack here. No, you know what? I'm just gonna play this and pass. I don't want my opponent to be able to kill this Paradise Druid. I think I need Paradise Druid right now. I think I need to keep it around, just because next turn I can cast all the 5-drops that I have. You still have success to Mono Red? Sure. I mean, I'm not gonna stream with Mono Red, because, you know... Not that many people wants to see Mono Red. People wants to see cool new decks. Alright, here I'm passing. Opponent's very likely to have Dovin's Veto or Spell Pierce, but I'm fine with that. And, like, if they go, like, Narset now with Dovin's Veto up, which is very likely, or Teferi, sure. Do you think Force of Negotiation is good? Probably is good, right? I think it's just good to have it in the format. Alright, now it's tough, because I think I'm attacking, just because if my opponent has a Shock or a Lightning Strike, I don't think they have it. Alright, and they keep on having the counter there, so I'm just gonna play my lands and pass. I think the Force of Negotiation is good because it's just a thing in the format. So if the format gets too unfair, then you have that insurance. Right now it probably isn't, because like Humans and Phoenix are the 2 best deck, and which means to me that's fine. That's fine as it is. Alright, so now I have the Tamio. It's a lot of things. They still have that Dovin's Veto, right? So what I want to do is actually just drawing a Duress and just not doing anything. I think I like just not doing anything here. I mean, not doing anything is kind of awkward. I could go Tamio. They go counter. They make a token. I just attack first. Hopefully they don't have like Lightning Strike block. Alright. So the side is on 2. I think I'm just passing here. I don't want to make them cast a spell. Like remember, this is only instant to sorcery. I know, non-creature spell. So even the Planeswalker does a token. So if I cast Tamio, they go Dovin's Veto, and they probably have another one afterwards. So I think we're just gonna pass the turn here. Force of Negation, sure, it's fine. Alright, so they're shocked, so they can't now cast a 5-drop. It's hard gonna master less with the other thing up. So this turn, what I can do is just to cast like a whatever as a bait, like a Liliana as a bait. I guess they don't care too much right now. I say, because if I cast the Tamio as a bait, they might just ignore it and let it resolve. Whereas Liliana, they have to counter, and then I go, yeah. So I'm gonna cast Liliana, gain 2 life up to 22, and then I'll cast the Elder Spell. Shouldn't you cast Liliana? That's a very slow... Like, the thing is that I didn't want my opponent to be able to... Like they needed 7 mana to do all the things they want to do. Like... And they could have more Dovin's Veto, you know? Whereas now, what happens is that they need, like, more... Like, also they need Sark and the Masterless. There was a bunch of things that they needed to do for my play of passing the turn last turn to be wrong. Yeah, but I think it's okay. So, they go to Fairy. Okay, let's see what's up. They still have Dovin's Veto up. And the reason why we lost this game is because we didn't have any early pressure. It's fine, Whistly Grave. They just wanted to help me. They just wanted to help me. Alright, so I'll play Tamio. I'm going to get back the Elder Spell and I'm gonna cast it. If this gets countered, that's fine. We need to resolve this Commanded Dreadhorde next turn or we die. Alright, Tamio resolves. I'll return the Elder Spell. And I'm casting it. I'm not gonna tap anything anymore because I play around Spell Pierce and that is fine. Alright, they go opt in response, which is weird. Why didn't they opt in response to the Tamio? Scry top, fair enough. Okay, Elder Spell kills that, and I put a counter there. So play top lane and pass the turn. The Tamio now dies to the dragon, but it's fine. If this Commander Dragon resolves, I'm in a good spot. I don't have any dragon, which is weird, but sorry, I meant J Explorer. Okay, they got Narset. Let's hope they don't find a Dovin's Veto. I just hope they find just a lot of Spell Pierce now. And that's an opt. Okay. Legion Warboss. That's strange. I wonder why. I have so many creatures in my deck. Alright, so they land untapped. I'll play Command the Dreadhorde. Play Command the Dreadhorde. I'm on 24. So I'll definitely do Time Reveler. So 3, 5. Maybe a lot. So let's just not take too much damage. 10. So this is 13. Oh, so much. I could take 17 down to 7. It might be just a lot of damage, though. I think 17 is fine. Let's go 17, guys. Let's see if this resolves. If they have Dovin's Veto here, I think I'm in a bad spot. Alright, it didn't resolve. Okay, that's very good. So I'm gonna start the turn by bouncing the token. I don't draw a card. That was a mistake. I should have dealt with Narset first. So that was a mistake. Just kick things off with a mistake. Very good. Alright, what next? I could emblem. I could emblem Teferi. I think I'm gonna go ahead and emblem Teferi, right? I should have reanimated Liliana and win. I guess I made a mistake. I should have reanimated Liliana with command and win immediately. So I could make an emblem of Teferi. I think that's pretty cool, right? So I'm gonna -3 here. Then I'm going to return the Elder Spell. Then I'm gonna cast it, destroying that. In a second. Alright, destroying these two and then make an emblem. I should have reanimated Liliana, and that's a combo that you do very often. Just Liliana plus Elder Spell. With the Fairy backup. Alright, we played against 2 Jeskai Planeswalkers, it was very easy. There was a little bit that you need to worry about. I think there's a lot of, like, whose list is this? It's the same exact list that's going on for days if you follow the Twitch. Like, this is the new standard right now. I think all the other decks that you see currently are pretty outdated. It's pretty brutal. It's pretty brutal. Like, this standard format, it's never been like this before. I've never played a standard that was evolving so much. The thing is that R&D just worked so well that you see like all these decks just popping up. I really hope so, Andrea. I really hope so. I don't understand how. I mean, actually, I do understand. I think I play very bad online. Like, whenever I play on Arena. Like, usually I just do always something else. Either I stream, or I watch your stream as well. Or when I stream, I read the chat a lot. And, what about Mono Red? It's still the meta. Yeah, Mono Red, it's always the meta. Mono Red is never gonna go away. Alright, here I go Jailer Ranger just to curve out. And next turn I go Walker. I mean, my opponent didn't play a land, so it's kind of pointless. Does the deck beat Simic Thief? I don't know. I don't know. It's just not I don't know every matchup of every deck. I don't even know what every Simic Thief exactly is. You mean Simic like the combo? The one that steals things? It's because the power level is so high that the cards work well together. Is bad matchup for Dreadhorde. Okay. If you say so. Alright, opponent discarding Narset. By the way, guys, if you're in the situation that my opponent's in currently, just concede. Because if you discard Narset, I understand you're playing Grixis, okay? So I sideboard accordingly. Which doesn't mean too much necessarily, but it's an information. 0% you win this game, okay? So I think it's very important to realize when to concede. Yeah, R&D is great. Do you think Arena has something to do with the meta evolving? Yeah, I think it's Arena. I think there's just like a critical mass of games being played on Arena, whereas there isn't in paper. So the meta game on paper, it's always some weeks behind. Yeah, so basically duress in this deck, it's mainly for the mirror match. The mirror match is decided a lot on Command the Dreadhorde, so you need duress only for that matchup. I'm not a fan of duress, like if you saw, I only sideboarded a couple. Good job, Nicosta. Good job. With band, yeah, nice, nice. Yeah, so that's the thing with duress. Like you play this, I think on Friday I might have not been that, you know, ahead. Not that ahead. Like I think now I'm just sold on this deck being the real deal. All right, so we're playing against the Grixis Control, which I think I just want to have one Narset for one Massacre Girl and one Elder Spell for one Massacre Girl, and probably just Liliana as well for either Bundle Flourishing or Walker. I think I'm gonna go Cyber Walker, and that's gonna be it. I could have Harpooner for Thief of Sanity, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. But the mirror, I think it's a shit clown fiesta. I think the mirror, like if you have the fairy, you're way ahead. Like whenever you had open hand like this, you're just very happy to play this deck. The problem is that when you open hand with like Interplanar Beacon, I don't know, Glacial Fortress, and Jailer Ranger. I think Arena allows more brewing. I mean, is it easier to get the cards than in paper? The problem is that on Arena you have to pay it a lot if you want to get all the cards. Like on Arena, I think it's good to just be able to build a deck, and then just stick with it, and you can do it basically for free with some drafting. It's very hard to just have like, I don't know, just all the rares. I think in real life, I don't know, just Elder Spell costs like nothing, like costs €1. Whereas on Arena, it might even cost more than €1 because you need to craft it, and that could even value worth more. I think like the like 10th deck that you build is very expensive on Arena, whereas the first deck that you build, the first 5 decks that you build is very cheap. I think it's the economy on Arena. It really depends on first how much you draft, and second how many decks you want to build. Oh yeah, Crust. I understand. Like it really depends on how much you draft. For example, I don't want to draft this set, so I never drafted this set. So if it wasn't for the... Alright. And this is a strength of... a lot of people ask me, why do you play Vraska? And the reason why I play Vraska is exactly cards like Narset Partervale and like the other one. And like, you know, Teferi. Because the good thing of Vraska is that there's so many 3-mana Planeswalkers, and it's like so good to make this play. Like for example, there was the competitive metagame challenge where I won, I don't know, 110 packs, I think, okay? And I just managed to get all my cards there. But I also spent like €100 to get all the cards pre-order. So it's like... Alright. Here, I can either discard land or the Elder Spell. So I'm not gonna sacrifice my land here because I need to cast Command the Dreadhorde. I think I'm just gonna discard land here. Yeah. Alright, more Command Dreadhorde isn't what I wanted to see, but... Okay, I think I don't want to tap the Paradise Druid, so I'm just gonna play... I guess my opponent is gonna play Alelda's Reborn here, so I'm just gonna sacrifice this for Vraska Golgari Queen. I think I'm gonna shock myself. I don't think I lose this game due to life total. I'm just gonna get... I don't know, just Jailer Ranger. Now I kinda regret not having sacrificed. Not having discarded a land there. I think to get near everything in Arena is much cheaper. No, I think it's just all about drafting. I think it's just all about drafting to get cards on Arena. Alright, so they go for the Eldest Reborn. And I'm just gonna sacrifice Vraska, unless they attack it. Then it's gonna be tough. I really regret now not having discarded... I'm not having discarded the Elder Spell, because I got punished by drawing the second Command the Dreadhorde that I can't cast anyway next turn. Yeah. I understand, but then you have the cards in real life, which worth something. On Arena, they don't worth anything. I'm not saying that you shouldn't do that, because of course I'm hashtag sponsored. I'm just saying that cards in real life have another value. It's not that you spend €100 and they're gone. You spend €100 and you get 4 cards in exchange. You know, and you know, if you want to play another deck, you could even sell the the fourth Teferi of Dominaria for, let's say, you know, I don't know, 80 euro. I don't know the price of cards, sorry. Okay, they play this tribute and I can't sacrifice things, and I drew land to play my Commander Dreadhorde, and that's just a cool thing that happens with this deck. Alright, so now what happens is that I don't want to name something that I want to reanimate. This is funny. This is a funny part of Tamiyo. You just want to name something that you don't want to put in your graveyard, right? Might even just name something bad. Right? You understand? So, like, I'm just gonna name, let's say, like, something that I don't want to mill. You know? Because I want to reanimate whatever I mill. So I'm gonna name, like, Partis Druid. Okay? Alright. Okay, that's great. So I'm gonna go command the Dreadhorde. Yeah, I guess Narset I can take it. Like, I want 18. I mean, whatever. Let's see. So I don't want to take Branch Walker because the Crowd Pruner has to kill the thing there. So I'm definitely taking this 11. I'm gonna go for 14. I don't think my life total matters, as I said. So I'm gonna submit these down to 5. The Crawler Pruner. Alright, so I choose this Tamiyo. The Crawler Pruner will fight with Bolas. And this is a 4, so I'll take action. Alright, that's that. And then I'm gonna go for Narset minus, kill the Scorched First Canta. And Tamiyo, whatever, I'm gonna plus it, naming Teferi Time Raveler, just because I haven't found it in F4. And then I pass, and once again, Command the Dreadhorde is just the beating. And I don't discard it. Endless Reborn did literally nothing against Tamiyo, it's pretty funny. Why not Krasis here? Because Krasis cost doesn't work well with Command the Dreadhorde. You can name any card you want, nothing is stopping you. I know, I understand it. It's probably would have been better to just name something that doesn't exist. Alright, don't discard because of Tamiyo. Remember all this trigger, guys. Remember all your Planeswalkers have an ability. Alright, I'm on 5 life, so... Okay, I do have Teferi in my hand, though. Okay, so let's minus on Narset first. I'll take another Teferi. So now what happens is, I can go Vraska, sacrifice Narset. Alright, there's a Liliana in my graveyard. Put it as other tribute, but I do have Tamiyo, which means that I can't sacrifice my permanents. I can't win the game right now because the other spell plus Command Dreadhorde takes a while, also I don't have life to do that. So I'm just gonna sacrifice Narset. I think this time I did it right. I did a -3 like I did last time. Okay, so I'm looking for some creatures. I'm gonna go with Teferi, bounce the Nicol Bolas. Just because once again, guys, they can't make me discard. Draw a card. It's not something good, once again. And Tamiyo, what does it do? I can't just name Jailer Ranger or Branch Walker, one of the two. I'm gonna name Jailer Ranger. And we get it. Very strong indeed. So I'm just gonna play this, and it's very good to just have creatures now. Alright, that's not bad, but I think I'm gonna go Graveyard. I don't know. I just dig. Draw cards. Why not regrow Liliana so they can't reanimate it? But what does Liliana do? Does it do much? Like, they can't minus Liliana, they just make a token, and then they have the Elder Spell. It's not that good. Krasis doesn't work with Dreadhorde, but it's your plan B. I don't think you need a plan B. Like, yeah, so many Planeswalkers that you just have a plan B, like, just by casting normal Planeswalkers. Like, your plan isn't necessarily to cast the Commander Dreadhorde. You can just curve out with Planeswalkers, and that's very good. Also, once you have Tamiyo, that just gets your Dreadhorde. Like, if you curve out, obviously, if you don't curve out, you know, it's pretty bad. It's just a combination of... Like, the thing is that once the mana base works, it's very hard to lose to literally any deck, because, like... Let's say you're a just Sky Super Friends deck, or an Esper Super Friends deck, or whatever you want to call it. Plus, you have Commander Dreadhorde. So you just are basically the mirror match, but you also... Alright, so they have the Elder Spell, which is very strong right now. So what they can do is cast the Elder Spell, kill all my Planeswalkers, put a lot of loyalty on the Narset. Okay, that's good. They played the Nicol Bolas. I'm just gonna discard a land. Yes. Yeah, I know. I know. Everyone sold the cards. for very cheap, and now they're worth a lot. A lot of people have those stories. I was just telling yesterday, yesterday with the Power 9 beta, because I went to a vintage tournament yesterday, and those stories always pop up. Does remember to think, yeah. All right. So again, Elder Spell is a very important card in this format right now. Very important card. Also, whenever post sideboard you're in this matchup, you board out a couple of Wild Earthwalker. The extra copies of Commanded Dreadhorde are a little bit redundant because you can't cast them usually. But the thing is that among like the Interplanar Bacon and even Vraska, you can gain some incremental life. That those help. Also, usually they just discard your Commanded Dreadhorde, so like you actually just resolved not that many, just a couple. All right, so I could go to Fairy. Because I think I just want to kill this Narset with the other spell. Because my opponent has just 2 cards in hand. So, what should I do here? I could go to Fairy. Can I go both to Fairies? No, I can't. Alright, so I'm just gonna go... Not topping like this. Though I don't really want to just... You know what I'm doing here? I'm just gonna Teferi minus. Teferi minus, I think it's my play here. Just don't want to lose life. I think I'm in a spot where I want to keep my life total high so that I can just reanimate something with Commanded Dreadhorde. How do you afford... come affronti il matchup versus Burn. The matchup against Burn is like, you have a lot of bad cards in your deck, but overall, you just hope to get the Jailer Ranger package working. And at the end of the day, Commanded Dreadhorde could also be not as worst in some scenarios. Alright. Okay, I'm on 6 life. I am on 6 life, so I could go for Commanded Dreadhorde to reanimate just something, just some small things, like a Crawler Pooner and the Jailer Ranger. How do you guys think about that? Or Crawler Pooner and Small Teferi, maybe? Something like that, maybe? Actually, I have Small Teferi in my hand. I think I just want to kill this Nicol Bolas before the flip. So I think I don't mind, actually. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm going to take a Narset. So I'm going to Commanded Dreadhorde. I'll take... Oh, they don't have Narset anymore? Where is it? Oh, it's on top of their deck? Okay, never mind. So I'm just gonna reanimate... I think Crawler Pooner for sure, because I want to kill that thing. And probably just the Fairy. Or Jailer Ranger. Yeah, I'll just get a Jailer Ranger. Just be able to, I think, attack. It's pretty cool. So yeah, I'm gonna do this. I'll go to 1 life. The Crawler Pooner will kill the Nicol Bolas. And it's gonna go Graveyard, and that's gonna stay... It's gonna stay on top. I'm gonna play a top land. And on top 2 lands. Alright, they have an unknown card. Hopefully it's not like a burn spell or I die. Alright, it's a land, that's good. Okay, so we draw a card. I'm on 1 life, but I'm not that afraid. I'll play Teferi Time Raveler, which will... I have a couple of options out there already. I could also just bounce my Jailer Ranger to explore again, just draw extra cards along the way. And also just play Elder Spell end of turn. I think I'll do that. I mean, I don't have another play, so I think this is the best. I could have maybe ultimated Teferi this turn. No, I couldn't. No. It's gonna go Graveyard. And another land. That's fine. And I'll pass the turn. Oh, I can't minus an end of turn. You're right. You're right. Yeah. Sometimes I always think that my Instance of Flash has a static ability, but it's a plus ability, of course. You can play Teferi, use the +1, and then cast Command with 2 lands, big Teferi on taps. Yeah, so what I want to do here is just to cast this Teferi. And, alright, what did they take? Nicol Bolas, Dragon God. Alright, they passed the turn? Oh, they can't cast it? Oh, the auto-topper fucked them up. They should have topped the Steam Band so they could have been able to cast Nicol Bolas. Alright, never mind. I'm gonna just go ++. Yeah, plus plus. Then what? Oh yeah, I forgot. It's fine. I would have needed to go big Teferi now. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ultimate here. Do I have all the mana to do everything? Yeah, I think I do, right? Let's tap. Where? Tap all the white lands. So I'll go big Teferi. 1 second. Actually, not all the white lands. Let's go big Teferi. And then I can go Elder Spell. So let's go big Teferi. Yes. I'll choose this. Then I can go Elder Spell. Did I play land already? Yes, then I can go Elder Spell. Yes, I can do that. Destroy these two. Yes. Submit 2. Put counters on my big Teferi. Then I can ultimate it. I get an emblem until the end of the game. Whenever I draw a card, I exile a permanent. Then I can play small Teferi. And then I can either plus to just exile a land or just chill in it here. But then my opponent could exile it with Nicol Bolas. So I think I'm just gonna maybe bounce. I'm just gonna probably just draw a card. Whatever. Just cash in my Teferi and exile a land. And then I'll attack. Alright, so how would you tune this deck to be better against mono red? I mean, I have Moment of Craving in my sideboard that people don't have usually, so I think I'm fine. In order to play this deck, you have to be very focused, and definitely, streaming it doesn't necessarily help too much. But I think I'm fine. Like, I know that you guys will understand if I make any small mistake, like the misdrawing. I mean, I wouldn't have to draw in any way because my play was to just play Narset to play the other Teferi either way. So I think it's all good. I miss, but it's fine. I mean, once you have the Teferi emblem, it's very hard for any deck to just work. Alright, you should just decide a color and just go after it. Alright, Narset probably isn't that good in this deck. How is the Phoenix matchup? I don't know. I don't know. Be careful, is split spell that destroy land and deal 2 damage to you. Oh yeah, the Bedevil? Yeah, I forgot about it. I could have maybe, not go to 1 life. Angrath Rampage. Okay. Yeah, Bedazzle. Alright, I'm gonna go whatever, Graveyard. Just looking for a Planeswalker. Yeah, timing is perfect. You also have Carnival. Only you can stop the Great Spot. No, I think this matchup is very good for. Basically, this deck beats any control decks, slower decks like the Just Cast Super Friends, the Esper Control, the Grixis Control, the Esper Midrange. Like every deck that tries to slow down, this deck is very good against. So now my opponent cannot play draw cards, cannot play counter magic, cannot play discard spell because our hand is lands. So they're very reduced in what it can do. At some point I exiled a non-black land. You should always exile black lands against their deck because Nicol Bolas costs 3 black. Alright, that's a pretty good play because it not only kills my creature but also mills the Tamio that was on top. Alright, keep on killing their land because I have Teferi to bounce the token, which effectively kills it. And also I keep on drawing cards, so I'll keep on exiling lands. And as I said, remember to just exile all the color and then just target it until the end. How's the Nexus matchup? You have Teferi. you have Teferi. Like, obviously, like, it's you still like a Sultai deck, so it should be favored for them, but you also have Teferi, so it should be fine. How good is this against just Planeswalker? It's very good. What time is the BRN? Usually it's at 5 p.m., so it should be in like 7 hours, I think. Our opponent just doesn't want to concede, which I don't necessarily understand it, but whatever. Oh, I have one card in my deck! Oh my god! This was crazy! Did you guys realize it? Did you guys realize it? Hey guys, did you realize that it was a one card in my deck? No, rage? I would never rage for something like this. I would be happy for something like this to happen. Oh, come on, stop saying the Magic Champion. It's great. I'm here to entertain you guys. Where else you could find someone that decks himself and saying, why my opponent is not conceding? This is incredible. This is wonderful. You should always be... in real life, I would have definitely noticed. I just graveyarded so many things with Explore and just drew extra cards. It was beautiful. Alright, good game, opponent. Good game, good game, good game. Alright, finally a clip. Oh, I have one card in my deck! That's funny. That's funny. I'm gonna sell this. I'm gonna send this to the top whatever. This is very funny. Oh, guys. All right, great magic. Great magic was played here. By the way, if you do find the funny thing, remember to send them to Channel Fireball. Because they have the top 5 thing. I think that thing is very funny, and yeah. Well, yeah, I also said that at some point. I also said why my opponent did not concede. Top 5 plays, yeah. I'm playing this deck right now, and someone just, yeah. No, Bolas Elder Spell, it's definitely a real thing. Like, that actually happens a lot. Alright, so here I could cast a Fairy or Jailer range. I think I'm gonna go for Jade Light. I think attacking is very important in this matchup. I'm gonna go Library. I think it's better than a land. No, usually there was an exclamation mark, right? I don't know, there was like 600 people in the chat. I was hoping someone would have figured it out. Usually when I play, I count a lot on chat. When I play here, I count a lot on chat. Instead, this time chat didn't help. So I'm very disappointed by you, chat. Next game you'll be better, okay? Okay, guys, just don't leave me down. Don't let me down like you did this game. Yeah. Alright, so now we have a couple of options. One is to plus, or I think I'm just gonna go minus here. The reason why I'm gonna minus is that they could have Bedevil. Angrath Rampage does not work against Tamio, but Bedevil does work. We can see cards, but there wasn't like an exclamation mark. No, I remember there was like an exclamation mark, right? Or you just hover your mouse the deck to read. No, but like, don't you have Deck Master up? You should have done it by yourself. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Be helpful there. I don't think there's there wasn't an exclamation mark? I remember there was. Deck Master doesn't show the cards in the deck? Oh, it doesn't? Alright, I'm not discarding because of Narset. And, sorry, because of Tamio. I'm just gonna go plus. So I want to name something that deals with that. So it's either a Crawler Pooner or a Big Teferi. I'm gonna go for a Crawler Pooner here. Alright, I miss. I think I'm just gonna go Teferi bounce. And what do I draw? Another Tamiya, fair enough. And as you can see, like, you don't need a crisis for a B plan. Your B plan is just to cast random planeswalkers. Andrea, I was going, we just decked ourselves with an emblem of Teferi when our opponent had no chance of winning. We just milled because I didn't keep track on my deck. I mean, I never went close to be thinking about losing for deck so far. But yeah, I was honestly just thinking that chat would have helped there, but it didn't. So I'm very disappointed by chat, honestly. Very disappointed by chat. And I mean, let's just hope that chat won't let me down next this game as well. I guess that's just my last hope now. Alright, what I'm gonna do here is just to cast this Jailer Ranger, hoping to get lands so I can cast this Teferi and bounce the Surge. Alright, that's a Beacon and there's a Walker. Walker's gonna go Graveyard, and then I'm gonna go Beacon. I think I'm gonna go for, it's either Teferi or Narset. I think I'm just gonna go Teferi, bounce. I think it's better. Yeah, I mean, honestly though, the 600 people in the stream are better than the one-person streamers, right? Like, the 600 people in the chat together must be better than just one man or woman sitting on a chair, talking, reading chat, needing to go to the toilet, but he can't because of the 2-3 chat rules, all these things together. There's Narset blocks at Kant. I once flipped. No, it doesn't. I blame the Pope. Oh, no, I don't think that's fair. That's fair. For times are strictly necessary. Can you succeed to them with Sorin? I don't think. I think Sorin is like the weakest card in Standard right now, so I wouldn't put Sorin under any threat. If there was a threat, like put Sorin in your deck or you deck yourself, then I guess I would. But just in a way to explore it in the graveyard. Otherwise, I wouldn't. Collective intelligence is only as high as the lowest of the collective. Maybe. NTG is very literal. It's only weakest card. Yeah, it is. It is. You might think it isn't. You might think I'm joking. You might think like, oh no, this guy must be joking. It can't be the weakest card, but it is. It is indeed the weakest card, both in limited and in standard. I would play the 1 mana 0/3 that ramps a land in limited over it. And the 1 mana 0/3 that ramps a land is literally the worst played card. Literally the worst card in the set. How about Druid in this deck? Oh, Druid is good. I mean, we're playing 3. You don't want to play too many because it gets worse. The more you put in your deck, the more you put in your deck, the worse it gets. Alright, so we got some options here. One of them is just to play Liliana minus, but I kind of don't like that too much. So I'm just going to go Teferi, bounce the Branchwalker, just replay it. I think that's a pretty reasonable play, so I'm going to just do that. Yeah. Also, I don't know if you're new to the stream. I take very, big stands. I'm not saying, yeah, maybe you're right. I always say yes or no. I think that's better than just saying, yeah, maybe, stuff like that. I like to be... why you tap all this way? Why did I tap this way? Because my plan was just to do that, so... didn't care. And why not to play Narset? I don't know, just add another line. It's fine. You have 20,000 cards in my hand, so it's fine that you have different lines. I took a line, which I think it's fine right now. What's the weakest card? The weakest card is Sorin. I don't know the surname. Probably very close to Sorin Grim Nemesis, though. I don't remember any other Sorin. Arbor Grizzly MVP. Watch him hit the Restless Contempt at the SCG Open this weekend. Yeah, I mean, in Constructed is fine. There's like the blue-green Thief deck or whatever it's called. That's fine, but... if it's good, bringing Esper creatures back from the yard. I don't know. Not a fan. 22 cards in hand. 3 in... what's that? Simic Thief. Yeah, that's the deck. Alright, so they got Narset. But luckily we already use our Planeswalker. Sacrifice a creature. Plays on 4 life here. I was really hoping that would go for Nicol Bolas, but they didn't. How good is Command the Dreadhorde? I mean, can't be bad. Or I wouldn't play 4 copies in my deck. If I would play 4 copies in my deck of a card, usually means it's a good card. That's usually how it goes. So now I could just play a boring, play Liliana, make a token, that would bedevil it. That would bedevil plus Nicol Bolas, that's actually pretty good. So I could go Tamiyo Jailer Ranger maybe? How does that feel? Tamiyo Jailer Ranger. I think I like it. I think I like it. I'm basically looking for Commander Dreadhorde to just win the game. I could just name it, but I think... Actually, I could name it and play Branchwalker. Huh. Did I play Landister? No, I didn't play Landister. I'm just gonna go minus. Because they have Bedevil in hand. They're just gonna minus all my Planeswalkers. So that if they Bedevil, I still gain card advantage. And that's kind of the reason why I hate Bedevil, or like all this like spot removals doing what it is. Because like all the Planeswalkers... Thoughts about 4-color command. That's exactly the deck I'm playing. So which deck do you think gonna bring Ashiok? Oh, you don't shut it. You don't shut it. You have your opponent's graveyard to dig for. Also, like, remember, if you play Ashiok, you just basically just not playing the card. It's basically the same as a Mordigo. You just play a card to not do anything. Because, sure, you exile my graveyard, that's fine. But what if I have a Tamiyo in play? Or what if you also have some Planeswalkers in the graveyard, you know? Ashiok is kind of like, oh, I'm gonna board a Mordigo against, I don't know, Teferi. It's basically the same. Yeah, it's actually a week that I've done this Arcat, but yeah. Why not just get the Dreadhorde from the yard? I just wanted to put pressure as well as hitting land drop, and I think this was the best. I understand that I could have done that play. I understand, but like that would take 1 turn, and I could have Thought Erasure. So that's necessarily not a play that I would do, just Tamiyo minus to get back something against a deck with Duress and Thought Erasure. Even though I have Tamiyo, so that's wrong. Just exile... Forget what I said. I have Tamiyo, so they couldn't discard. But I could have just gone like, Bedevil, Thought Erasure. I don't know. It's just that what I want to do here is just to minus the Tamiyo, just get something, just play it, just put pressure. All you want to do is card advantage. Do you brew jank something on stream? Sometimes on stream. Not really. I don't know. I just play Magic. I just play Magic. Usually I play Magic badly on stream. That's what I do. That's just my jam. That's just my jam right now. So I'm gonna name. Do I wanna name? I'm gonna Commander Dread or whatever. Oh, I didn't want to name Elder Spell to win with Liliana. I wanted to go Liliana plus Elder Spell, but I had 3 Commander Dread or 2 Elder Spell. So, I mean, whatever. I don't know what to do here. I have a lot of options. Teferi does literally nothing because they have Narset. So I could go just Liliana here. Liliana and Branchwalker. Yeah, whatever. Best deck at the moment. I think this is the best deck at the moment. But I say that kind of every week, so I'm not. I'm not the best people to trust there. The best person to trust there. I gotta prove made some mistakes on stream, but it's chat's fault. That's okay. Yeah. Teferi plus Narset. What about Ashiok in Legacy? I think it's like has the same problem as Narset. It doesn't defend itself, but at least Narset just draws cards. Alright, I just don't want to lose. I could have lost this game, you know, guys, to Nicol Bolas plus Elder Spell. It's one of the ways you lose the game. Double check the amount of cards in your deck. 27. Thank you very much, Kwong. Alright. Okay, guys. I think it's time to win. I think it's time to win. With the combo. And combo! Boom! And that's the win. Either Nicol Bolas plus Elder Spell or Liliana plus Elder Spell just wins the game. It's like a 2-card combo of the standard format. And I think it's very cool to have it. Alright guys, we are undefeated currently. We even managed to just give up a game earlier. I think it's time to do 2 things now. 2 things I want to do. So first thing first, whoever wanted to see my deck, the Sultai Dreadhorde is this. This is the Sultai Dreadhorde list that I think Tiafamon won a PTQ in Italy with. PTQ in Italy are very long. I don't know, finished like 11 p.m. like, you know, 226 people. But this is the deck that I'm playing and I'm very happy with. Okay, so now things I want to do is to tweet the thing there. Hello, hello, hello. We have a pack to open. Let's open it. Was Liliana in the side? It is. It is. Look at this. Do we open another Liliana? I want to open. Actually, just rare and wild cards. Oh, Deliver into Devil. All right, so this is the best. Let's continue. We're what, 6-0 today? I don't think we've lost. I don't think we've lost. Even though, no, maybe it's 3-0. Does that thing just count the games and not the matches? I think that counts the game, right? Why not Isolate in this deck? Isolate? Why? I would say the opposite answer. Why Isolate? Maybe I could use 3 Big Teferi and 1 girl plus 1 girl on the sideboard. Maybe the 3 Teferi is better. I don't know. It's close. It's close. It's very close. Alright. Well, we got a good end. Walker into Branch Walker. If you expect a lot of this deck in MCQ, what would you play? What would I play? I don't know. I would just... Alright. Let's see, guys. Our opponent played Fanatical Firebrand, alright? This is the final testing. How's this matchup? Man, is very good against that deck. I have, 3 good cards. Even though we're on the draw, and that's usually the tiebreaker. To be able to win or lose. Vashino Pyromancer, put me 17. Attack, down to 16. And then I have, I think I'm just gonna jam this Walker. And see what they do about it. What do you think I challenge this deck? Yeah, I mean, probably red, but I don't know. Like, the problem with red is that in the long tournament, red is, I think, less likely to top 8 than a mid-range deck. Just because of how, like, it's a very beatable strategy. Also plays, like, a lot of underpower cards. I don't know, I'm always a fan of just mid-range strategies in long tournaments. On Arena, I think it's fine to play red, because you just play a couple of games and be fine with that. But on long tournaments, I think it's always rocky to play decks like this. Our opponent's 90%. Yeah, we're also 95%, so that's usually what happens. Alright, I think I'm gonna block. I can't take 2 damage anymore, so I think I'm just fine with blocking here. The bad thing is now, if we play Jailer Ranger, our opponent can just kill it with Fanatical Firebrand. So I might just play Branch Walker here. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad against... like, it's pretty bad that we're not... not percentage. That we're not curving out. But I think it's okay. Alright, I'm gonna just play... Yeah, I think Burning Pool is fine. I don't need white mana for anything, and I already have the beacon. And I have an untap lens already, so I'm just gonna play the one that they know about. On turn 4, you mean? I didn't have an untap land, so I didn't want to shock myself to make that play. Our opponent flooded out, so we should be able to win this game. Now we go Massacre Girl, kill that, and that should be gone. I mean, they have on 5 cards. Yeah, this is a classic game that you can only lose to. You can only lose to, like, Frenzy or Chandra, which, that deck happens to the deck happens to a lot. And here I want to attack. I know that I could have done other thing, but I just want to attack. Also, I don't want to shock myself, because one of the few ways I can lose is by burn spell, so I don't want to go to 9 here. Teferi will put me down to 12, and from there on, I should be able to just drive this. The only bad part of the fair is that in this deck, you untap lands and it doesn't do anything, because you don't have instants. That's kind of bad. But other than that, I think we're looking good. Our opponent head explodes, so very straightforward things here. Why do you stream so late? I might ask you the same. Why do I stream so early? Because you know what? I live in another... Because nobody lives on the same time. But I guess if you're from the America, sometimes Americans have this, like, American-centric where, things only happens there. But you know what? There's also something on the other side of the sea. And in case, it's Italy. Alright, what do we got here? Playing against red. So I'm gonna have Trashy B. I'm gonna have Moment of Craving, Cast Down. That's probably gonna be it. Maybe Duresses. I wanna board out, command the Dreadhordes, all of them. I'm going to cut probably like one Tamiyo. Teferi, it's not great, so I'm going to think like a one Teferi. I think everything else I don't want to touch. I'm not sure about Duress, guys. What do you think about Duress? I don't think I want to cut too many Planeswalkers, or I might just be like losing the late game. Is Magic like League where you can choose the servers? No, you play all together. You play all together. Also, Frill Mystic right now is not very good anymore because we live in the world of the fairy. So Frill Mystic is not great. And this is one of the problems with this deck, as you can see. We have Jailer Ranger, we don't have mana to cast it. Hopefully, in the next couple of draw steps, we can fix that. And we do. So this is a very good draw because it means the next turn I can go cast down with Interpol on our Beacon as well as having Jailer Ranger up. And I'm definitely going to go for it. Just killing this Yashino Pyromancer immediately. So that my opponent first doesn't have a wizard to go Wizard's Landing when they untap, and second doesn't have a creature to attack and go light up the stage. Would other spell be an option against their Planeswalkers? You mean against red? Yes, it could be an option, definitely. Alright, here I prefer to go Wild Walker just because I don't want to shock myself. I think shocking yourself is very huge. I can't gain life with Wild Walker, but still, having a 3-5 is very good. My opponent still needs to kill it. So what happens is that you just basically want to minimize your life total loss. I think it's looking good here. I have Massacre Girl next turn to sweep on these. Sure, I'm gonna take a bunch of damage, but Branch Walk, I'm gonna go Graveyard. Oh, Walker, I think I'm gonna keep that on top. It will eventually be good. It will eventually be good. Discarding as red right now is D-Spark. No, it isn't. Why not replace Jailer Ranger with another 2-mana Explore creature? Oh, Jailer Ranger is just too good. Wild Walker into Jailer Ranger is just the dream curve. Alright, so I'm down to 13. I'll be down to 11. Hopefully I draw on top land. Actually, no, I would have drawn that no matter what. And I'm going to go Massacre Girl here. I'm going to go down to 9. But next turn, I should be able, unless they go Lava Coil, to kill the Tibalt. And then gain 5 life. Sorry, 6 life. Unfortunately, I couldn't. If there wasn't a Tibalt in play, I would have gone for this. But Tibalt says your opponents can't gain life. Alright, so they go via Shino Pyromancer into nothing. So now we're going to attack on Tibalt and then just gain 5 life. 6 life. I don't know why I keep on saying 5. Alright, so make sure you tap accordingly and you just win the game now. I'm going to go Library. Even if my opponent goes kill Wild Walker, which I don't even know how can they do that, but... Alright, this was a very, very, I think, pretty easy game. We drew the good part of our deck both times. We drew... If you get to see what we drew, like, first game as well, we drew Massacre Girl and, like, all the Explore packages, and game 2 we did it as well. So, it's like... It's basically like a Sultai deck, but it has, like, random Planeswalkers over, like, Vraska's Contempt and Fine Finality, which, of course, makes it worse matchup than Sultai, because Sultai was a good matchup. But I don't think Sultai is playable right now, so we need to play, like, this weird deck, which it's fine against red. It's not the best, of course.